Keeps his blood pressure down.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Intimacy coordinates.
Yeah, but I mean, but to that note, when I coach improv teams, the only note I'll give, and I always check if people are comfortable with this, is like if you are in a relationship, at least like hold hands or something, right? Like you don't need full embraces, you don't need to make out, but if you're gonna have a talk with them about their relationship, maybe you want to hold their hand, right? Like even that level needs to sort of be checked and approved with the group before you dive into things. So I definitely think there are ways to sort of gain that realism and authenticity while keeping everybody comfortable, right?
Yeah. I'm not big on PDA in my real life. So
not everybody is.
No, like you guys love a touch. Don't get me wrong. But
not too
certainly, yeah, but like out in public, I'm like, you better get the fuck away from what are you even doing? They're gonna fucking know. Like that's like, see, I didn't need missionaries to tell me that I was wrong because Catholicism was already doing it for me in Venezuela. So I have like an intense amount of like residual Catholic slut shaming guilt, and I think that it's kind of carried on into my adulthood, and so I'm very like no touchy feely, like nobody needs to know that we're together. And obviously, you know, my partner who's like, hey, I feel like you're rejecting me in public by slapping my hand away as I'm even trying to touch your shoulder. So maybe you can chill the fuck out about that and just let me touch your shoulder. And not until I was in like a long-term relationship with somebody where I was like, oh my God, queen, you have got some fun issues just swirling around in your head. And I think I've gotten a lot better at it, which in turn has, I think, made me on stage more comfortable to get to the point where I would even consider like a peck or something like that. But I mean, I guess I just always feel like the most embarrassing thing in the world is to see a couple out in the wild being too nasty with each other in front of a group of people when they're not supposed to be doing that. We're in a different space. And so I think I'm also paranoid that I'm like, obviously I'm not doing that, but that like I'm straddling, you know, like I've seen people like we're all in the pool and there's like a partner straddling each other and they're just like passionately licking each other's faces. And I'm like, there's like a family right here. It's just watching.
It's a whole elementary school, dude.
I know. But PDA, I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about it.
That's how the people can break you up. They see you love each other too much in public, put the evil eye on you and all this stuff comes.
Is that what they say?
I don't know. The evil eye on you.
I'm about to put the evil eye on them. I'm sick of this shit.
I would say this, like public display, when I see younger individuals, like preteens, I go, man, that's like, you're taking a big gamble just going all in PDA at such a young age. Somebody's heart's going to get stepped on. When I see it like older,
damn, John, you out here.
I mean, unless you're gonna start having babies get married out of high school, just call it what it is. Get ready. Somebody's going to get hurt. When I see older couples like in the 40s and 50s, and you're like, man, I'm sure y'all didn't cheated on each other a couple of times, cussed each other out a whole bunch of times, wanted to leave, probably hit each other, but now y'all still kissy-dovey in public. That makes me feel hopeful that there's some freedom, right? Like that you can have in a relationship because like I feel the same. I have the same like subconscious feelings, like you said. I grew up in the church, so like if you see a woman walk into church where I came from and she showed a little bit of thigh, you know, everybody would like tend to turn the evil eye.
Stone the bitch.
You know, right in the stoner, too much ass, you know. But nonetheless, man, as I got older, I think about it. Like once I became an adult, I thought it's a true freedom to be in a relationship people are voluntarily engaged in. And intimacy is a very vulnerable act. How free is it to share that vulnerability with somebody and then boldly in public where there's a bunch of tight asses ain't getting none And half of the audience is angry because they ain't getting none, right? The other half is they ain't as bold as you to take that effort. So I'm always like, it's different for me, you know. Now, of course, in my relationship, we have like PD seasons, you know, like call them waves. Some days we like, you know, let's touch on each other. And there's some days we like, you know, feel like it's like a magnet you got to force to get to each other. We still get there, but it's just harder, if that makes any sense.
We cut to a church. Hey, family, thank you for coming to me and Tandy's wedding. I really appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
As you can see, we kept it small because we wanted to eliminate the chance for the evil eye to get in here and ruin our wedding.
Yeah, I would never. So
yeah. And also we're gonna do our thing a little different. The date fell outside of the PDA season, as you know, so there will be no kiss.
right.
There will be no kiss at the wedding.
Is it going to be cheaper because we don't have the kiss?
It's an off-season wedding.
Because we paid for the full on-season wedding price.
Yeah.
But now you're saying there's no kiss. I want at least.
I think it's just a gift that you give, John. You didn't really pay for anything, and when we sent you an invitation, you bought a gift, you brought it.
I'm talking about the family. I'm just speaking on the family. I mean, I know I didn't pay for it. I ain't got shit. But the family paid for it is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess what John's asking is like, what are we gonna see? You know what?
Yeah.
What's our money gonna get us here?
Yeah. Is there any touching at all? Is it going to be sort of like a side-to-side hug? I just would like more information.
Yeah, like a pat in the back.
I mean, I drove here, and that was about an hour and a half, so it definitely feels like I need some payoff.
Right. Yeah. We've really stripped down the ceremony. As you can see, Tanny's not going to be walking down the aisle
at all. Yeah. I'm just going to sit here in this folding chair where I'm sitting right now.
Tanny, you're just going to sit in a folding chair?
Listen.
You know, we didn't drove like 3 hours just to get here. I'm not trying to see you sit in a folding chair.
Last time I stood up in church, there was a lot of problems. Something about the cut of my dress was showing too much. So whenever I come into the church now, I just run and sit down and cover myself with a nice white sheet that I keep in the trunk of the car.
Yeah.
So it's a small gathering. It's just us.
Yeah.
How about you guys just go ahead and do it? How about you guys just show a little PDA?
Yeah, how to it.
You know, I know it's off season, but
and it's just like us, your best friends in the world. Like we've done so many crazy things together, you know. It just feels like it.
Oh, I remember when he wore those shoes.
Oh my God, that was crazy. Because they were like little, you know, like the little Swiss clogs, and they only fit my big toe. And I woke everybody up in the Airbnb. Yeah, that was crazy. That was fun. That was fun.
Amitri, I mean, if you don't mind, listen, I know we love them, and we went through a very heavy vetting process getting them here. I, went through all of their social media, all of their emails, everything, just to make sure there was like no potential for the evil eye, getting in and them just wishing us bad. But you never know though, right? That's why we're doing it this way. You never know.
Yeah, I really don't want to take any risks. I know they say that they're trustworthy, and we did our research. We vetted them, very, very intensely. So
yeah, can I say something, family?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Y'all not gonna be part of my social club if this thing don't happen the way it's supposed to happen. I mean, look, Amisha, I got a friend request waiting, come your way. As soon as this thing gets done the way it's supposed to.
As soon as you seal the deal.
As soon as you seal the deal, man. And I don't mean just since you ain't kissing, then the consummations better be on 10, man. I mean,
I like that.
I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, you're right.
I like that. If we forego kissing in the wedding, can we get assurance that the consummation is going to be? elevated.
Because if we can't get a little taste of y'all's physical compatibility, then why are we even witnessing this?
We're all,
why us?
Right?
Well, I mean, here's the thing, guys. Because it is off season, we're taking honeymoons to separate places.
Yeah.
We're actually going to consummate for a few more months.
A
few months.
All right.
30 months.
So you're basically telling us that we came down here and drove this many hours to basically see two, strangers not do shit.
There will be. I like to fill the space with words. I mean, I grew up. I don't come from a very touchy-feely home. I mean, we.
What are you, Dr. Seuss? This is a wedding.
Well, I mean, yeah, we talked. We made up poems. We made up things on the spot. I mean, there was a lot of words. Those are safe buffers.
I got a French manicure for this. Okay. You see this? This is a $75 gel acrylic set. You can't tell me there's going to be no touching at a wedding. I come to these to cry, to weep, to feel connected, to feel like there's hope in the world. Okay. So you got to do it right.
Yeah. And I come to imagine how much fucking happens after the wedding, and with the limited crowd of people, it's like, and then y'all not going to do it. It was a waste, man. I have no hope for the future.
As long as we're being honest, I usually come to see if when the bride walks in the aisle, she trips and falls. Still holding out for that. And you tell me there's not even a chance, not even a chance of an aisle walk where there's like the rug is like a little bit folded in one part and your foot catches it.
Like a half
makes me mad.
It was a real trip. That's even funnier.
Antoine, that sounds like you got the evil eye.
He's got the evil eye. That's what I was thinking. She's nothing but an evil eye. Why would you even say that?
Yeah.
And the story turns into Antoine telling it at the Tandy Sermon Church. And that's why I came today, everybody. Because I went to that bullshit wedding where they didn't even touch. No one even tripped or fell. We don't even know how much consummation is going to happen. I need to calm down.
That's it, brother. You're in the right place. You are in the right place.
I gave him the evil eye. I had to do it. I couldn't help it.
Yeah, that's there. We deal with that in the night service, the evil eye, and how that can be an anti-calming force. But I
Wait
mean,
a second. Brother just told us about the evil eye. He was supposed to come in the night service. I can listen to that shit.
No, see, he's advanced. He moved on. He's been coming to our weekly evil eye sessions, and there's a whole different book. There's a whole different study. Antoine, if you don't mind
these books, man.
Yeah.
Well, this is a self-improvement church.
Well,
we can't self-improve.
Go ahead. Books around Amici, you know how he gets.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting to find out which book I'm supposed to be looking at.
I know. And I've been in the same class over and over again for the last 2 years, and it's called How to Not Be Jealous of Other Women, but I cannot pass.
I'm so sorry. And we have that class has dwindled. We started out with 10, but now the women just could not get along.
We got big fights. It was actually worse. It was worse than the co-ed ones. Yes.
Yeah. We cut to the women's get along class. So everybody, I'll be your women's intimacy coordinator today. I understand we have some trouble getting along, and so I just want to make sure I regulate any sort of touching or suggestive language, either positive or negative. So just feel free. I'm going to be in the corner in case you need me.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to need you right now because I see Hoja is here again, and I thought I told you last time, don't sit in my chair. I've had that chair for the past 13 Thursdays. And just because you started coming in here, you thought just because the minister walked you in and introduced you to the group, that was going to give you a special place in here. You could sit in my seat.
Okay, first of all, tone. And I am going to be the police with the tone, okay? If you have it here, I'm going to need you to take it down before you address me. I don't talk to shouters, okay? Because if you're shouting, you're already at a different level than I am. I'm a talker, okay? If you're a shouter and I'm a talker, we're not even having this conversation. And yeah, that's my finger in your face. I'm touching you.
Tandy, why don't you go ahead and touch that finger with your finger?
I am going to touch that finger with all of my fingers.
No, you're not allowed to. This is my finger.
And all of it.
And that is Phil's out of the room. And that is the Can't Tell Us Nothing show, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Hoja, let people know where they can find out more about you and what you do.
Yes.
Yeah, just you can follow me on Instagram, and there's too many links. But you can follow me at Aloha Oha. That's ALOHAHOJA. And you can also find me at ohalopez.com, and then there's a ton of stuff there. And right now I'm doing a cool podcast called I'm Sorry with Lemonada Media. And my co-hosts are really awesome, fun people, and we just kind of like cover the latest sort of like pop culture scandals, but throws with like a more lens of empathy, and so that's it. That's all I'm doing right now. Or catch me at Annoyance Theater.
Yeah, catch her at Annoyance Theater. Please check her out.
So fun.
But thank you guys so much for having me. What a blast.
Thank you.
Yeah, this has been great. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
Yeah, and making us deal with intimacy, because we rarely do. I feel like I had a little therapy.
Church of calm and stop overreacting, y'all. Amen.
Cool. John, any final thoughts from today's introspective episode?
Final thoughts. One of the things that stuck out to me was when Hoja said, just do it yourself, right? Like, eliminate all excuses and put yourself in the seat and just do it. At least do it the way Hoja would do it.
Exactly. In the age of YouTube and the internet, you can learn anything.
Yeah. Especially because it's like not always as people get a lot of, like, you're not always going to get all the opportunities. You may not look the part. You may not be the part that they envision. So sometimes you got to just make it for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Look at Adam Sandler. I mean, geez.
That's a great example.
Who's writing a movie for Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
Adam Sandler is.
Adam Sandler.
That's it.
You got to be your own Adam Sandler. Oh, that's so sweet.
Amici, any final thoughts from today's episode?
Yeah, I really like that. Eliminate all excuses and do it yourself. Also, I don't know.
You didn't have to say also. You didn't have to say.
I wanted to think of something else, though. Maybe I'll get something before we're done, and I'll shout it out real loud. So. Yeah.
I thought that the idea of finding the right partners to do. You said comedy, I say life, right? To find, it's a rare thing. And it makes me really thankful that I found these guys, but then makes me wonder, like, do you only get one shot at it? Is this the only great partnership that I'm gonna have? And if so, I'm cool with that. But I'm just saying, it is a rare thing, and I get it.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing it up.
Tandy, you need a podcast called I'm Just Saying.
That's a great title for a podcast. You don't have to take it so seriously. I'm just saying.
For me, it was learning that there was such a thing as an intimacy coordinator. I'm going to be thinking about that position for a while now. Like, what type of person?
It sounds nasty and cute.
And cute.
You gotta have levels.
Yeah. LinkedIn late night.
Thank you so much, everybody who tuned in to check us out, hang out with us for a while. Carol said she enjoyed church. Amen.
For sure. Right.
To that. But DJ Comfy, why don't you go ahead and do that? And we'll get on out of here. So check out Hoja and what she does, everybody. I'm Sorry podcast.
All right, peace.
Just to calm down.